In the beautiful village of Umagu lived a young woman named Olamma. Olamma was known throughout the village for her beauty, grace, and kindness. Her skin was smooth and polished, and her eyes sparkled like the stars on a clear night. She was married to Okoye, a man whose love for her was pure and unwavering. For 5 years they had shared their lives together, but there was one shadow that darkened Olamma's otherwise happy life. She was a barren woman. In Umagu, motherhood was seen as a woman's highest calling, a sign of favor from the gods. The people believed that a woman's worth was measured by the number of children she bore. Unfortunately for Olamma, this belief became the source of endless torment for her. Though she and Okoye were deeply in love with each other, always spending time together, but as time went by, the villagers began to gossip behind their back. The women of Umagu particularly took great pleasure in mocking Olamma. They gathered at the river bank every morning, laughing and gossiping at all who passed by. "Look, there she goes," Amaka would sneer as Olamma approached the river. Amaka, a mother of 6 healthy children, was the ringleader of the village women and took great pride in her large family. A woman so beautiful, yet no children to show for it. "What a waste," Amaka would say. The others would laugh cruelly. "Maybe the gods are punishing her." Another woman, Nkechi, would add, "What good is beauty if you cannot even bear a child?" Olamma, though outwardly strong, felt the weight of their words like a heavy stone in her heart. She kept her head high as she fetched her water, pretending not to hear their insults. But when she returned home, the loneliness engulfed her. She longed for a child, someone to love and hold, someone who would silence the cruel voices of the other women and bring peace to her heart. Okoye, ever the devoted husband, would comfort her. "Do not listen to them, my love," he would say, holding her so close to himself. "You are more than enough for me. Children will come when the gods are ready." But it wasn't just the women of Umagu who tormented Olamma. Okoye's mother, Mama Okoye, was a harsh and impatient woman. She had high hopes for her son. And after 5 years of marriage with no children, her frustration grew by the day. "You have been in this house for how many years now?" Mama Okoye would say with disdain. "Still no children, no grandchildren to warm my old bones. What kind of a woman are you?" Olamma would lower her head in shame, unable to respond. She had prayed and sacrificed at every shrine, seeking for favor from the gods, but still no child came. "If you cannot bear my son children," Mama Okoye would continue, "perhaps it is time for you to leave so that he can marry another woman who will." Olamma's heart shattered into pieces with each cruel words. She loved Okoye dearly, and the thought of leaving him was unbearable. But what could she do? She had tried everything, her prayers, her sacrifices, yet her womb remained empty. One particularly harsh day, after an argument with Mama Okoye, Olamma fled from the house. She could no longer endure the pain and the shame, the whisper and the constant pressure to fulfill a role she so desperately wanted but could not control. Her feet carried her away from the village into the thick forest beyond. She didn't know where she was going. She only knew she needed to escape. As the sun began to set and the shadows of the trees grew longer and darker, Olamma found herself at the foot of a great tree. This was the forbidden tree, a place the villagers feared. Legend said that spirits and ancient gods lived in the tree's depths, and those who ventured too far would never return. Olamma was not afraid. At that moment, she felt she had nothing to lose. She knelt before the tree and wept. "O great spirit of the tree," she cried, her voice trembling, "I come to you with a heavy heart. Please hear my plea. I have been mocked, shamed, and tormented because I cannot bear a child. If there is any mercy left in the world, please bless me with a child of my own. I am willing to do anything." For a long moment there was silence. The wind whispered through the tree, and Olamma feared that no one had heard her cry.